Hello and welcome back to Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance 2 No Damage First Attempt. Today we're going to be taking on the Water Elemental Plane, which I don't think, well, we might take a damage in the first part. I'm expecting to take damage in the second part, because the second part's the boss. Just like every elemental plane. We are currently sitting at a total of 141 times we've taken damage. And I counted from last stream / episode of this 41 times I took damage during the last boss fight. It was rough. It was rough to go and count all that. Which easily puts that dragon boss fight at number 1. Which is kind of funny, because it's the minion of that dragon who had number 1 before. So, the dragon and the minion are 1 and 2. So, let's get the show on the road. I was going to move the Twitch overlay that only I can see. I don't know if there's really anything I want out of here. I was thinking about it before I started. I could take the last level of armor proficiency just to take it. But we don't need it. But I also don't think we need much of any of the other spells. I could increase life drain for no reason. I could increase shield for no reason. It's pointless now that we have Shadow Shield. The only other spell I thought about getting, but I think, was Sprint. So I don't think we really need all these wisdom rings anymore. We put our intelligence and iron will. And to be honest, we should work on getting our rings and stuff now that we really don't need. The wisdom. Do we need the pearls? Oh, I don't remember where I put my list of things. Since we couldn't find the piece of paper I was looking for, which I think I'll leave in that I was looking for a piece of paper, I'll have to find it or make notes between streams before we start making the armor and stuff we want. I just couldn't remember if we needed pearls. So just to wait... did we waste the points? Let's not waste the points. Let's get the show on the road, though. It's a lot I'll have to cut out, though, for you two. Okay.
Jarek tells me I am to transport you to the elemental plane of water. The magic of the Water Foundation will somewhat tame the surrounding environment, so you will not drown. Are you prepared to go?
Yeah! I'll just say it before we get in there. It says water, but it really feels like ice.
I'll warn you again, Carl. Your men will only die here. Nothing can stand between my magic and my foes and live.
You're powerful indeed, Eludra, but your arrogance will be your undoing.
How dare you! You think to command me, worm?
I do, and by your master's wishes, do not forget that. The men stay. Farewell.
Okay. First things first. Summon you. Oh, this is gonna be awkward. I can't remember if we need Aquamarine. Well, do we have Aquamarine? Yes, we have Aquamarine up there, so I'm gonna assume we need it. Okay, I just had to take a quick one more glance. Because if it was really where I just looked, I would have been very irritated with myself. But it could have fallen in the trash can. Oh well. I would not know at all unless I find it. So, the first enemies we have to deal with on this level are water elementals. There's only two enemies. Oh, two enemy types. Water elementals and yetis. That's it. That's not where we're supposed to spawn. That, again, is not where we're supposed to spawn. I do not remember if they have a ranged attack. Well, it seems like you guys don't care about each other. You care now that I've hurt them? Okay, well, doesn't appear to have a ranged attack, but you're going to be completely useless, I see. At least against the water elementals. To start with, anyway. At least you deal some damage, and I'm not just standing there. Well, not fully just standing there. Seeing as these guys don't have a ranged attack, I'm not worried about taking damage from these guys. I'm worried about taking damage from the Yetis. Kind of ran in there with, oh well, reckless again. I guess in my defense, I am very used to just pushing or holding that button. I should probably find this out now rather than later. Okay, you do take poison damage. Loses if I keep doing that. I've already lost it. What am I talking about? Die, water elemental. I feel like we're gonna have a similar problem to what we had with the Azagora. It's gonna be quite difficult to not take damage. I have I've yet to figure out or think of any plan. It might be a very similar case where I have Twitch exclusive. We do some experimentation. That'll just be cut out of the YouTube video. Highly likely that's how we do this. I already know who will cause me to take damage in this level, if I take damage in this level. Okay, and there's 1 foot of them right there. The Yeti. Yetis. I'm hoping that you target them. Are you two friends too? See, this is what I'm concerned about. Yeah. Stupid Yeti. Stupid, useless shadow conjure. Completely useless here. Doesn't distract them, doesn't target them. What's the point of having you around right now then? Having to go slightly off screen. They don't have a lot of health. That's the best thing about them. Okay. Why are you there? You don't attack the enemies in this level at all, apparently, unless I attack them first. Stupid. Ah, you can see the rectangles of the water. Rectangles, the squares of the water. I'm gonna lose it. If I keep doing that. To be honest, I love innovation. But it's just not as good as Shadow Spray. That's probably not true. Self, just remember to stop holding the button down, and everything will be fine. Especially with the consistency of high damage numbers. Well, that one does do more. I guess innovation is just better against a group. There's one Shadow Spray. Okay. One down. Several to go. And this is where we encounter more Yeti than water elemental. Still water elementals, but more Yetis are on the AC part. Kind of hard to see the very faint red. If only. And now that we're not in the water, can you target them? Yeah, that's the answer I expected. Not the answer I was hoping for. Reasonably, not the answer I was hoping for. Okay, kind of far an ish away. Okay, well, you get. Oh, you lost aggro rather quickly, which is great. Okay, well, the only thing I can really do here is just hope for the best. They are rather weak, so it should be doable. Okay. Good. Just gotta bob and weave. That's all. That's all I need to do. I really cannot remember if any water elementals are in those ice piles. I'm just hoping the answer is no. I could be safe about it. And do that maneuver. Which would make more sense. So let's start doing that, just in case. I think we're about to hit... I think we're about to reach the first save point. So let's run back. And, well, the second save point, I guess. Use that first save point. Also, you can kind of see it on the map. How the water is laid out on this map. Which is weird, because that's not how it was in the sewer or anywhere else that there's water. Unless it is, and I just don't notice it because there's not this much water. Hold on. Let me not have the map so large. Now let's save. If I put... If I get a new spell, it'll be after Shadow Shield and between Shadow Shield and Life Drain. Is there a problem with that? The 3 I use extremely often, and Innervation. Yeah, I think Innervation, it's... I don't want to ditch Innervation. Because I know what spell I will get. It's just Sprint, because I don't really care about any of these other ones. With the exception, I'm thinking of Slow. Yeah, maybe I save it just in case I decide to get Slow. I need to do some testing on the... on bosses to see who cannot be affected by Slow. Okay, you are with that outside of range. Good grief. I can clearly not speak. You're dead. I think I was maybe hitting somebody. I was. Good sound effects. I love how useful Acid Arrow is in both games. Proving its extreme worth. And being an early spell helps a lot. I don't know if I'm hitting or just missing. I would have been hitting if they were not dead. See a new coming up on the next save point. Come on, ah. I love and hate the extreme damage range of this spell. You really should say 1 through 87, because we know that's the case, not 27 through 87. If it did that... oh boy, the consistency. Quickness of how fast I get through enemies if it was 27 to 87. It's probably Yeti. Yeah, Yeti's dead. I can do that. Okay. Shadow Shield? If it was the one that threw ice balls, that actually might have been helpful. Obviously wasn't the case. But I don't remember if they are interchangeable, like sometimes it will spawn in as a ice ball throwing Yeti, and sometimes a melee Yeti, or what's the chances on both? I hit you. You know, my gut feeling was no. Here, I think so. Yeah. Okay, Yeti, come on. You decided to get low? I'll get low-ish. Just for you. Okay, another one. Auto aim. How I hate thee often. It's kind of nice. Sometimes. But often it's just an irritation. Okay, I saw you. You cannot hide from me. Because of auto aim is the only reason I hit those. Is there really two save points in this level? Because if I'm not mistaken, west is where we're supposed to go, and south is a side area. Two save points. That's insane. I forgot about that. Also, don't think I can hit either of them, because they're in the water. Oh no, I can hit. I can do them. Just barely though. Maybe I was setting the jellyfish and not the Yeti. The splash damage was dealing with the Yeti. Actually, the Yeti seemed to be just out of the water. Hence, able to hit. Stay in one spot. Come on. No. No throwing the ice ball. That's dangerous. It can hurt me. Now I know this can't hit them from up here. Ah, the slope's over here. If you targeted them, it'd be all nice. Oh, hello. Yeah, target it. Yeah, I didn't think so. Die. Okay. I see 3 enemies. Man, if only there was a spell like Magic Missile. Apparently this is water. If it's been making the water sound effect outside of the water areas this whole time, that will be embarrassing, because I had not noticed. That's fine. That's fine. Okay. Yeah, this is what I thought. This is the other dead end, and the next area that I said was the last area is the last area. Then we're the save point eels. Sure there's no enemies before that area. Nope. So we would run back, hit that save point, then go for that area. I love the with the exception of the Onyx Tower 3, my testing, or counting, not even testing, it's my counting account. It's air, earth, fire, water. But this is a good example of the extreme differences in levels and their save points being rare. There's 3 in this level. There was how many in the Earth one? It felt like a lot. How many in the Air one? A lot, but that one made sense. I guess, in all fairness, the only thing you're actually facing or have to worry about in this level is 2 enemies. The Air one had no walls and just infinite death floor. void all around. This is which is concerning. Fire one had a whole lot of fire. Or magma that could pretty much just kill you. The Earth one had the rust guys that would eat armor. Had the Umber Hulks, which are just dangerous. And the Earth Elementals, which probably could be dangerous. Or would be dangerous in any normal playthrough. I feel like now I am probably would hate this. I think the Yetis should have had a health boost for this level. Or maybe had the Frost Giant, because it's not in this level, in this game at all. And it would be the perfect environment for the Frost Giant. Well, I guess not. It's called the... No, I was going to say it's the Water Elemental Plane, but then we've got Yetis who are throwing ice, and there's lots of ice. Okay, fine. You can fight... We can fight if you want. I didn't want to fight you yet. I was going to leave you for later. And deal with the actual problematic foes. The Frost Giants also threw ice balls, if I remember correctly, or am I remembering incorrectly? I think I'm remembering incorrectly. Maybe not. What I don't know is if you can kill the water plane elemental boss without triggering the cutscene. So far the answer has been no, you have to trigger the cutscene for every one of them. I guess, to be fair, the air elemental plane cutscene started immediately. Fire cutscene started immediately, and also the arena was too small. That is a growing one, that's a problem. I hate accidentally hitting foes, because they will slowly, sure, 1 frame at a time, but 1 frame at a time, long enough is enough frames to make it all the way to you. At the same time, let's take the poison damage. Not hit that guy yet. I had finally started to hit the guy. Yeah, now you're dead. I do want to know if these water elementals have a corpse. Because the corpses that disappear, if you reload an area, they might come back and be on the ground. Gargoyles in the first game did that. Thinking about it, it's weird there's not a big water elemental. There was a big air elemental. Earth elementals are just big, period. So I don't know if there was a way to make a big one. Because they're already really, really big. Was there a big fire element? I guess those are big too. But that is the entirety of Water 1. Next is the boss fight. Let me quickly add that to the spreadsheet that we took a damage. Unsurprising, really. I expected it to be from a Yeti if we took any. And we've collected no items. Except aquamarines. Just doing one more double check. It was completely pointless. Like I thought it was going to be. Oh well. Let's get to the boss. And hope for the best. By the way, yes, the water is supposed to be black. What I don't know is, can we do anything about that right away? Yes. We can. The better question is that a good thing? No. It wasn't. I'm just gonna have to hope that we can fight and kill the boss before. Because I've made a tactical error. That's for sure. Unless that's not a tactical error and it can't make it through the barrier that's going to spawn behind us. In that case, it would not be a tactical error. That would be a tactical advantage. Other than, now I have a different problem. It's called, that's going to be quite difficult. Okay.
So, you've arrived. You know who I am. I am Eludra, the Sea Witch, mistress of the depths. My sorcery has sunk 100 ships and slain 2,000 men. And now it will utterly destroy you.
It looks like we were actually hurting her. Okay, I'm just hoping that this keeps working. Apparently that didn't hit me, so I'm happy with that. Yeah, no, it's blocked. Just trying to get the tentacle further away. That might be good enough. Now I'm overshooting. I think she died. Yeah, she died. So did all the other guys. Sweet. So find out that's where she died. Okay. Cannot see through the water. Tasha, don't scare me like that. Oh, please don't. That scared me even more. And here I thought I could trust my mods. Oh, how foolish. Nice camera for your stream. That's good. I won't be getting one, that's for sure. I can already tell you that. For free. Well, Tancha, I'm a little busy, okay? Well, it's really awkward. Because I knew it was going to be a shorter stream today. Because we were going through Water 1 and the Water 1 boss. No damage. Whoop, whoop. Much better than the last stream of that one. Because we're done. We're already done today. And I have to cut out like 12 minutes of this for YouTube. Because there was a lot of just... I was looking for something. So, it is the end of the stream. If you're watching live, be sure to follow. If you're watching this later on YouTube, hit subscribe if you like, so hit the like button. The next time we play this, we're going to be starting Act 4. Which is why we're ending it here, because I'm not going to start Act 4 today. And the next area has 156 enemies.
There is no purpose to my standing here.
I'll be sure to tell her. Also, you Saran. Don't interrupt me while I'm doing my outro, you Saran. At least I was not mid-sentence this time. Anyway, the next area is the Battle of Bones. And assuming it doesn't take too long, we'll also do the boss Nightwalker in the immediate following area. But no promises on that one. So, oh, I almost forgot. And we're currently sitting at 142 times we've taken damage. Which sounds like a lot. But I have the total number of how many enemies there are in the game. With the little asterisks, because some of them spawn more enemies. It's around 4,444. So only 142 times we've taken damage. I think it's pretty nice. Anyway, with all that being said, I hope you have a fantastic day or night, wherever you are. See ya!